Hello warriors, you are doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shion Visheson, and if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back. Today I just want to talk about how guilty we can be as a person. As an educator, how guilty we could be sometimes. And most of the time I believe that when you are pouring out, when you're dishing out to people, when you're investing value in people, you have to pay attention to how relevant, how important those information you're pouring into the lives of other people, how you can apply it to your own self. So when it comes to personal development is not a day thing. It's a daily thing. It's a continuous process, like lifetime situation. Like every time you cannot graduate out of it because we are all not finished products yet. So recently I started posting something. I think I posted the first time and I thought, oh, maybe I should post another tip to look out for to know you are impatient. Sometimes our impatience varies because our journeys are not the same and our timing will definitely not be the same as well. So if you're working on a path of personal development, there'll be some areas in your life where you're making progress quicker than other people. Your journey might take you 5 months. Other people, it might take them 1 year, 10 years. You never can tell. So we might be aiming for the same thing, but the duration towards the starting point and the finishing point will be different. But when it comes to personal development, there's no finish point. You just get better by the day. So I shared tip 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, if I have chance, I'll be able to share some other tips that I already have in my head. But before I even go deeper into the video, shout out to all mothers, all fathers, parents at this time. The children are on holidays. Oh my goodness, I have 2 toddlers. I have 5 kids and I have 2 toddlers. Oh my God, the energy I can't deal. Most of the time, I cannot even record because there is no way I can be away from them for such a long period of time for me to record. I will just have a lot of things in my head and I'll be thinking, oh, if I can do this. But having said that, I kind of put it through as my own summer break as well. And it's been wonderful. It's been fantastic. They have their energy. I don't really have that kind of energy anymore. But it's a daily thing as well. So one step at a time, we'll be there. Next month is August. We're going to, they'll be going back to school towards the end of August. So we can have a little bit of break there in the morning when they are all gone. But at the moment, I'm home alone. I always look forward to being home alone. No one is shouting my name. No one is mommy, 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 me. No one is saying I want this, I want that. I can just chill and kind of, reflect and, look out for things that I couldn't get clarity on because the environment was too noisy. Anyway, that's on the side. So one of the first points I shared to look out for to know that you are an impatient person, that your patient level isn't up there. When somebody say somebody is impatient, they don't like it because it's quite very common that some people are not teachable. Some people don't like being corrected, especially when it comes to some area that they are not really focusing on. Like I will love if somebody will analyze me, look out for me and say, oh, you are not doing too well. I remember a sister friend of mine, we were talking and I said, oh, please, I post videos as well. If you see anything that is wrong, call me or don't look at me and leave me by myself. So you have to be open to teaching. That's what personal development is about. You're developing yourself as a person to the level that gives you peace. So it's a daily thing and you have to be open to embrace other people's teaching. I will always say this, no matter what situation, what level you are in life, there's someone above you and there's someone beneath you. If you can talk, there's someone that can talk more than you and there's someone that cannot, talk as much as you do. And if you're on the negative side, backbiting, gossiping, fighting, unnecessary, bringing up things you don't like, peace, you like to fight people, unnecessary stuff, there are people that can do it better than you. And there are people who might not be up to your task. So sometimes when we have some particular flaw or we have some particular attitude, you will notice that you come in contact with somebody who can dish it out to you more than you. You will even bow. And rather than you bow, you start a fight. Anyway, I'm all over the place. That is why I always like to have a script. So I can look at my script. But I don't want this video to be like too formal. So, excuse me. So I thought, let me just speak from what is in my head already. So, one of the first points I shared, like I was saying, was when somebody is talking to you, if you notice you're always interrupting the person, you don't have enough patience or your patience level isn't there. And that's very common with people. But some people will say, oh, I just quickly want to say something so that I will not forget what the person has said. And Oh my God. That's why I say to people, we come out here, we talk about Christ, we say, don't do this, don't do that. Doesn't necessarily mean we're not struggling as well. Coming to preach about Jesus, coming to say, be righteous in the way to the level that God will help you to be, doesn't mean we are holier than thou, like some people will say, but we're trying. So, one point that I want us to take home today is when you are teaching people something, always self evaluate and teach yourself. There is no point. There is no point whatsoever helping other people, dishing things out to people, and you cannot self reflect on your own self. So I've noticed that I interrupt people when they are talking. Maybe they might not even notice it, maybe not. I notice it in other people as well, but we are talking about personal development, it's all about me. So after I said that, shared that point, that was a few days ago, a while ago now, on my Instagram page, someone called me and I was like, okay, I will not say anything. I will let them finish whatever it is they are saying. Oh my God, it was like I was held hostage. The normal way that I would just quickly want to say something, and I was practicing that. Don't interrupt, don't interrupt, let them finish. It was hard, really hard. And I was saying to myself, so, Shehu, you can do this. Shehu, you can do this. And I was holding it in. Part of me will laugh. And I would just think, oh my goodness. So I was this bad. I was this bad that I will not even let this person finish what they are saying. I was this bad. And it was like a torture, torture. So I understand when people interrupt, but if you notice you're doing something and it's not good, and it is in your power to correct it, or kind of when you start the process of your correction, your personal development journey, you're not going to get to level 100 because I already said, and it's so that is the way life is. You're not going to maximize yourself in one day. It's a daily thing. Let's say you're not really good at waking up early and you want to start practicing, maybe to wake up at 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. You need to practice to some level until you get there and you continue to be better. So don't beat yourself. Don't be, don't judge yourself. Don't undervalue yourself that you cannot get there. So after that communication, that conversation between me and them, I just thought, oh, I did it, but it was hard. It was like someone was holding my neck. And I thought, you see, this is life. It is very easy for us to see other people's flaws. Like I cannot see the back of my head. Someone else standing behind me will see the back of my head. And obviously that person also cannot see the back of their head. That is why we need collaboration. That is why God created us among other people. We need other people to get to whatever place we want to go. Anything we are doing, we need people. So that people will look at you and be able to say, oh, that thing you did, I think if you do it this way, it will be better. But if you're the type that is not open to correction, obviously, if somebody is not supporting you, they cannot give you constructive criticism. I don't find that amusing that you just come from somewhere and criticize somebody if you are not their supporter in any way. It's not everybody that should be able to dish some extreme, teaching on you on a personal level, like close range. You can look up to people online and pick something here and there, but when it comes to some certain things, there should be boundaries to what we do. But having said that, all of us have close relatives, close friends, church members, colleagues from work who are so close to us who could kind of put you on track. That is why you have to be mindful of who you surround yourself with. What is your circle like? Is it healthy? Are you getting value from the people you surround yourself with? Because there is no point if you're not going to be getting value from people and you surround yourself with those people. Your life will be diminishing. Like if there's no growth, there's no progress, you cannot record any value whatsoever dealing with some people while you're keeping them around. So I was looking at that information. I was thinking it's easier for me to plug my phone, put it up here and connect it and say, oh, da 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 da. What about me? Information will come to you first. That is why when we are preaching, we always say that God will speak to me and God will speak through me. So when God is dishing something to you, when God is feeding you to feed other people, you need to eat from that food. You need to be able to be whole. If not, you'll be preaching salvation. People will be getting peace from what you'll be a tool for other people to receive salvation. But you as a person, you will not work for yourself, and that is very dangerous. So you have to be mindful while you're receiving information for you to pass on to other people. Take it in yourself, practice it, practice it. Practice what you preach, or which other way do people say it? It could be hard. So if you're online looking for information here and there, every video is not for you. Every video is not for you. You should be mindful of what you take in from people. We should be mindful. Easier it is for me to come on this space and say some things that I don't even do, and say some things that it's the opposite I'm teaching. But how will you know that when you're not designing? So when you find yourself in a position of authority, when you find yourself as a teacher, as a mentor, as a coach, as a parent, other people's lives are kind of attached to you in some way. Do you practice what you preach? Or you are as guilty as hell? Do you try to practice what you preach? Then you will receive peace from the word of God coming to you before it flows to other people. That is why some people, the healing they are passing on to other people, they don't have it, because they are not listening to the word of God coming to them before it flows to other people. They like to dish it out. And people who want to learn don't care what your life is like. They'll take their teaching, and that's how it should be, because God can use anybody. They will take the teaching, take it on board, adjust their life. But you that is receiving directly from the throne of grace cannot even embrace, cultivate what you're passing on to people. It gets to you first. Why can't you make use of it first before you pass it on to other people? So this is me confessing that as guilty can be, but I tried on that day and it was hell. So before you point that accusing finger, Jesus said, he without a sin should cast the first stone. They couldn't cast any stone. Self-evaluate yourself. Self-reflect on yourself. Think about what you do, what you say. Are you applying it? Are you genuine? Do you come on social media to look for views, to look for whatever it is that you're looking for that doesn't even make sense? Are you truthful? Do you have one identity, or are you two-faced? So this is me coming to you this lovely afternoon. If you gain any value from this video, give it a like and share your thoughts with me in the comment section. And don't be stingy. Share with other people. Until I come to your screen again, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, warriors.